It's 3TT for the win. 3TT, yeah, you know we going in. 3 typical talkers, yeah, we like talking. And it's 3 black boys, so you know we all kings.
Yo, it's 3TT for the win. 3TT, yeah, you know we going in. 3 typical talkers, yeah, we like talking. And it's 3 black boys, so you know we all kings.
It's really bad with heat. Like it just, I don't know, it doesn't smell nice with heat. Oud is just like, especially, have you ever smelled oud when you're hungry? Like, it just be.
I don't think I even noticed that though.
Nah, man,
Back in your throat and everything.
nah, man, it just like, I don't know. It doesn't like one of my complaints about perfume is me not being able to smell it on me, but with oud, it's like sometimes it's too overwhelming.
It's true.
And I don't count my sprays. I just
Can I say something though? Like sometimes is Lynx not enough now?
No.
At this age,
sometimes
no.
I feel like Lynx
I have to be
smells
honest.
like
No.
sweat.
Really?
You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like Lynx smells like sweat.
I think for me I want to be honest in it. My combo is roll on and then Lynx and then a lot of Lynx. Where you see like the whites.
Yeah, the white.
That's when I stop spraying. And after that, I just, if there's perfume, I just spray on my neck.
I wear
That's
perfume every single day. It doesn't even matter where I'm going.
I feel like
it.
you need to reach a certain, age where it's like, a cologne just becomes
Yeah,
your thing. Do you know what I mean? Like when
I
you're
need to
young,
grow into it, I think.
like when you're a kid, David Beckham perfumes, you maybe 10, 15 years old, you know what I mean?
Adidas
Compared to-
you get me,
Exactly,
bro.
But then once you hit like maybe 19, 20, you need to get your own signature.
Yeah,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
I
And at
can't even
least
remember what my
treat them.
signature was. I'll be honest with you.
Man, I used to, like, I remember back in, maybe around first, second year, I used to get perfume from Deals.
bro.
Definitely.
Every little helps, bro. I promise you. Yeah, bro.
I was scared you man were gonna.
You get me? No, I used to use my mouth. I have to be honest,
Nah, I don't know.
I would like say,
bro. You get me, bro?
You know one thing though, I remember.
If I'm smelling nice, I'm smelling nice. Like,
The boys was like, if you want girls to like you, why not spray what they like?
Yeah.
So spray girls perfume because girls
I
like
don't know.
logic, man. It's not. It doesn't make sense.
The
but
pheromones and the other stuff.
What I will say about perfume is you need an everyday, you need an outside type of perfume, and you need a date night perfume. You know what I
clubbing
mean?
as well. Maybe that's like
Dates night
going
for
out.
those who date.
Exactly. Outside clubbing, basically.
Yeah.
That needs to be loud, bro.
can't lie.
Creed Aventus, then date
The
night.
Ventus is washed. I said
I won't lie.
Bro, I've been using it though. I've been using it.
Ventus
Let me be honest.
I feel like I
A lot
like
of these mainstreams are washed, you know.
I feel like I like stuff that nobody knows that's just nice.
Yeah.
Like that's anything, especially even with clothes, like even music.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I like distinct things that I discovered.
Yeah.
That's
And
like
even
nobody
to, you know,
really.
your music taste.
Thank
Sometimes
you.
I'm
Thank you.
Shazamming
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
You know,
I be
they
there.
won't say anything when
You know
I'm
what I
playing the
mean?
song. They'll just be nodding their head.
Shazamming.
Just
I
close
can't
to
lie.
the- close to
Because
the
certain
stereo.
songs
You
is
heard
like,
it here first, didn't
I
it?
don't know,
yeah.
but I remember there was a stage where like certain things used to be like currency. Like I remember like the music taste used to be currency. I
What?
know-
Wait. What do you mean currency?
As in just like obviously before like obviously sometimes some people like let like the money talk or whatever certain things talk.
Oh, like my music was my currency.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
yeah,
Or it's like
love
because I remember for me, my music was my currency. Before that, I don't know if this was it for you lot, was like how quick you were like running while.
Yeah, bro. Who's
For
the
some
fastest?
reason,
got
niggas
the
would always
babe?
know who's faster than who. Like,
Yeah.
you get me? So it's like,
I was like,
but for me, I feel like my
you
music
quick?
taste. Nah, it was primary school time.
really?
I was maybe
was
56,
kinda like-
unfortunately. I was never that guy. You know what I
But we
mean?
always used to just run. I don't know
won't
why, but
lie.
we used to do something called Olympics.
Yeah.
We just used to run and
In the
bro,
yard.
nah, this was in my state, man. Like, we used to run, but the distances were
Yeah, I
quite
won't lie.
Nuts.
kind of like some of them.
I
were
remember I got bet. I used to think I was fast. Yeah, I got bet by a girl, right? But
I know
she was like a good like 4 or 5 years older than me.
Okay.
But the way I felt, bro,
I was like, you feel,
yeah, I was just like, there's
Don't worry,
nothing I
bro.
can do. Like,
You got beat by a woman.
Yeah,
It's-
bro,
it's
like-
your time, don't worry, man. You get him next time.
them woods. Anyways, let's get into a little intro.
What's
Welcome to the Three Typical Talkers podcast. It's your boy MGP. I'm here with two of my co-hosts. One of them says Chach. One of them says Church.
Of course.
To the left we have,
This maze formerly known as Michael.
you know, the vibes, and to my right we have.
Ghana's best export, Israel.
So, boys, I want to get into our thoughts of the week.
hear it.
What have we been thinking about? What have we been? What's on our minds?
I don't know. I've been tired, but I don't know whether if I'm tired physically or whether if I'm just tired. I'm
Be like that, bro.
just tired. You get me? I feel like I'm
that.
getting to the age where it's like things are getting real very quickly.
Yeah.
And it's like adulting is just so. I can't believe that I used to wish for
To
days
be,
like this. You get me?
man.
Wow,
The things that I would do to go back to
Go
one of my
back,
only
bro.
priorities was just sleeping.
Yeah, bro. Go back to like having to wake up for secondary school, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Even before
Let's
that.
rewind it back a little bit. You know, primary school first, but secondary school was when it got a little bit real.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Kind of like secondary school was still a bit.
I
somehow.
think I enjoyed secondary more than primary because I actually knew that, okay, I'm like at the age where everything I'm doing is like doing more than what is expected of me is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like in primary, when you're doing too much, it's like,
You don't
they-
got work.
yeah,
OD, innit?
yeah,
Like,
they're just-
why you studying?
Yeah,
Like,
you get me?
As long as you just have to make sure you know what you need to know.
Exactly,
Like you don't
yeah.
actually have to overperform.
Yeah,
I guess. But
You can coast in primary easy.
Oh, bro.
You know what I mean? Very easily.
I can't lie. There was
did.
definitely some people.
Let's be real.
There's definitely some people who coasted through primary school. but
secondary, man.
I won't lie. I can't imagine being someone. Like think about it now, yeah. People who didn't like talk in class or like engage at all, bro. I don't know how them people.
Well, in my school, I feel like teachers would make it hard not to engage.
Yeah.
And I feel like, cause I think it'd be wrong for them to assume that everyone is so willing to. And it's like, out of like what, 24 children, it's quite easy for at least one person to get overlooked.
Yeah.
So I really feel like that's more on the teacher. Do you get me?
Yeah. I feel like in college now though, I don't know if it depends on the course, but like some of these lectures I go to for like different modules and stuff, yeah. Most of the lectures I go to, like nobody is really willing to like talk at all, bro.
It's true.
I'm one of them. I don't talk.
In first and second year, I did actually talk. Like, I talked because it was like, you know, when you're scared, I need to know something. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing my mom like instilled in me is if you don't know something, ask. You get me? Because you're only gonna be looking at yourself like, I could have asked the teacher and I didn't because I was scared. Like, what are you scared of? This is what you're here to do. You get me? But other than that, I feel like now I'm just like, I'll figure it out myself because I don't like when you talk too much in class. People like think you're friendly.
You don't like that, man.
Like
I don't see a problem with that.
I didn't mind.
Sometimes I find it annoying though. I feel like certain people they just want to like. I don't like when people ask questions to show that they know something.
Yeah.
Like the teacher's talking about something and you're asking a question that's not even related.
to what they're
But
talking
it's
about.
It's like, man, go away, man. Like it's kind of annoying.
My questions, they're definitely I don't know. Please explain to me
Educate me,
so I can
please.
do this assignment, bro. That's the type of questions I ask. But I feel like more time, like right now, I think I'm just more focused on doing everything I need to get done. So it's like I'll just figure stuff out on my own as much as I can.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like be in my own space and my own timing and stuff like that. But, yeah, what have you been thinking about lately, bro?
Bro, my mind has been blank, bro.
Blank,
like,
yeah.
other than trying to like, what's it called again? Like play some PS5 on my days off or when I'm off gym.
Yeah.
It's genuinely just been like locked in with the pod, locked in with the gym. Do you know what I mean? Just self development, like because I feel like
What does your self development look like though?
Yeah.
it's a mixture of like what physical, mental, spiritual. But like with physical, it's genuinely just like getting you know, like these things in place in terms of diet. You know what I mean? Like, bro,
It's so hard to die.
bro, it's ridiculous. Like,
so hard, bro.
you,
She has an African boy. Like,
oh God knows,
The,
bro.
the diet is not really possible, bro.
So painful, bro, because the amount of oil they add into the food,
palm oil,
bro,
bro.
it's-
Bro, I remember one of the boys checked how much calories is in a tablespoon of palm oil, and it was like 100 calories.
Yeah, bro.
and they be making entire dishes with
Yeah,
that shit.
man.
Get me? We're just slurping it off.
Pause.
No diddy,
That's
no
a
diddy.
slurping.
You get me? But
Nah.
like you even get like a couple digesters, bro. Say you wanna, eat a couple digesters before dinner, bro.
I don't eat biscuits.
I don't eat
I
snacks.
feel like we
eat
passed the
snacks.
age that we should be eating biscuit.
Yeah.
I was a snacker. That was my
biscuits
issue.
were a struggle meal, bro. Like
bro.
rich teas.
Little rich teas, bro.
Rich
Specifically.
teas, bro.
Little rich teas. The ones that are extra tough, bro.
You get me, bro?
Yeah.
Or you even
You
man?
know, never chew a rich tea at you.
Yes.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Like concrete, bro.
Them
On your
niggas are
face.
solid like a frisbee. Like
Straight onto your cheek, bro.
Man, I used to. I think I used to save rich teas like in like bags.
We'll be still.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard and a bit crunchy,
Yeah, bro.
cold as well.
Nah, I hear it, man.
Bloody hell, boy.
Like,
But I hear it. But other than that, I think in terms of mental, I've just been like trying to like change the way I word things. Do you know what I mean? Like imagine, let me give an example. Like say someone suffers from anxiety.
Yeah.
You can instead say, I'm having issues with anxiety. Do you know what I mean? It's all about changing the words of how and trying to like affirm things for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because all it is how you perceive yourself. Do you know what I mean? So if you just keep saying these things to yourself, good things, you know what I mean, it will come to pass in your life. It's like the law of attraction or something like that. You know
I
what
still need to dig into that because there's a part of me that doesn't want to dig into it because I feel like it might not be true.
Yeah.
Then there's a part of me that wants to because like I feel like it might be. But even like the law of attraction, I feel like if I do believe in it, that's not even what I would call it.
Yeah.
In a sense, like I do believe that there's power in the mind, but like at the same time, it's like I don't want to give something else credit
for what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
get
it's
you.
like
It's true.
There's a documentary on it I think on Prime
I think you told me about
called.
that.
Oh, I told you about it,
Yeah,
bro.
it's been on my list for like
Bro,
2
watch
years. I
it,
haven't
bro.
even
Just
watched
watch it. Watch like the first 20 minutes. The first like, if you watch the first 10 to 20 minutes, it just says the same thing over and over and shows different examples and goes into more detail. But the basics of what it is explained in like the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's life changing because you begin to realize that things actually do happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Like everything happens for a reason. And it's like, it's different when, from a religious point of view, sometimes it can be like God is orchestrating things to happen, but then sometimes it's also like your mind and the power in the tongue, like you're saying, are also things that you have like power to influence as well, just by like believing or saying
Well,
things.
have
or
you ever
thinking
heard
about
of
things as well.
the red car theory?
Red car, like seeing a red car?
Yeah, it's
because
like if I ask you how many red cars have you seen today, you're probably
Yeah.
gonna say none.
Yeah.
Or if I ask you tomorrow, if
say
you keep
more,
that in
yeah.
mind,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
probably say like you look for it. So that's kind of the same thing with like opportunities. If you actively look for opportunities and like stuff of that nature, you're probably gonna find that more. So I feel like that might be a little bit closer to the law of attraction. Is like things, like certain things can be right in front of you, but you don't see it because you're not looking for it.
Yeah,
So it's like,
facts.
I don't know, man, but I don't know. Law of attraction, I feel like it's too close to like. I put that in the folder of like
know.
astrology, crystals. Because some people like
Spiritual.
because like manifestation and stuff like that is just like which one is manifestation?
I
you know what
definitely don't. I believe in like, I believe in the vibration stuff, bro. I can't like
Partly,
frequencies.
but
I
that's
believe in
that could really just be science though. Like I don't
What you mean by that?
vibrations and stuff like that. I'd agree with it in a more of like a scientific outlook, but like I wouldn't be like when people are saying, "Oh, he's low vibration," I don't know.
Okay,
if I
okay.
fully agree with that.
Actually,
I don't even know
okay,
what that
wait. Maybe I don't know what the low vibration thing really means. I think maybe like shallow minded or something like that. But I mean like the frequencies you like
Like
put
energies and
out.
stuff?
Yeah, like I believe in like the energy you put out is the energy you get back, but in different ways and in different shapes and situations. Because man, there was a time in my life where I feel like I had a lot of patience, and then stuff happened that made me lose that ability to have a lot of patience. And now I feel like I'm in a journey of getting back to the normal patience I usually have, where like, let's say, and that's probably why I started taking the ashwagandha, but let's say I'm in a situation and there's just unnecessary things that keep happening that should lead to stress, which is like, the only way to get over stress is like being patient and starting to care less about like the fact that things can change.
Yeah.
You get me? That's why Buddhism, like even the whole subject of religion, there's so many valuable things you can take from like different religions. You get me?
I do agree
Eastern
with
and Western religions, like
Yeah,
it's very true, man.
literally.
Taoism, Buddhism that you just said, Shintoism, then
Hey,
you can
which
even,
one is that? Shinto?
that's the one in Japan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that. Which one is that?
In Japan.
Japan, bro.
What do you know what that like? What they believe?
I only know about the names of the gods, but it's like it's fairly.
Why do you know this?
Yeah.
For me, you guys know I'm on my.
He's awake at 3 a.m.
You know when you just get so deep in the zone,
get
man,
me,
like you're
bro.
just watching
You
it
ever
for
just
no
have like
reason.
those like little tabs you be checking on Wikipedia, and then you just keep going into other
Me, I don't
Wikipedia.
trust Wikipedia.
Yeah.
or like different types of
Yeah,
encyclopedia
yeah,
websites,
yeah,
basically. But yeah, like bro, I just get really deep into that, man. I don't know why. It's just always been a type of thing I do. But like even like to time back what you were saying about like vibrations, I believe mainly that if you can visualize something and you can say it out loud constantly, you know what I mean, that thing will come to pass.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe that it may not, but I feel like it can.
Yeah.
Like I feel like most things just start with a thought.
yeah,
It's as simple as that.
yeah.
So this thing started with the thoughts.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I didn't even think it was
Now
gonna
it's
happen.
reality.
I'll be honest with
Get me?
you. I didn't.
Them ones, man. This started with like a conversation on the bus, bro. The back of the bus.
Get me?
Get me? We thank God. We thank God we're here
How
now.
we do for real.
Nobody's gonna ask me about my week, but that's okay.
How was your week, man?
Yeah, I think we're all just going through it, bro. I think
That's just being an adult, though. There's just
yeah,
once you solve another problem, one just
another
comes
one
up.
is
You
gonna
get
pop
me?
up, bro. So, honestly, what's been on my mind is kind of like, I think getting back to normal, getting back into a good routine that's like healthy and like good. You get me? Because there's so many different things in life that take you out of yourself. You know, having to deal with certain situations, you have to become a different person just to deal with that.
Yeah.
And then come back to being yourself. And then it's like work is making you do that. College is making you do that.
Yeah.
Like even organizing a pod is making you do that. So many different things you want to do. You have to become that type of person to get stuff done.
It's true.
So it's just realizing that it's only gonna get easier if you're able to keep up with it.
Yeah.
You get me? And just don't give up in it.
I feel like with that whole like becoming a different person, I feel like because I haven't like a conversation with my brother, and he was basically just saying like, right now everything like right now what you should be focusing on is basically building blocks. So it's like you should be focusing on building the type of person you want to be.
Yeah.
And like habits and stuff like that. Because by the time, one, you probably might not even get to where you want to be if you don't have certain habits. And two, even if you still do get there, there's certain things that you need to know to maintain certain things at a certain level. Like for instance, now, if you don't have like good money management skills and stuff like that, by the time you graduate and get a job, you're gonna be blowing through your money because you don't know how to manage it. But like now, if you know how to manage a little money, I promise you, you know how to manage big money. It's as simple as that. But it's like if you don't set like the foundation and stuff like that, especially as an adult, especially as a man, depending on the type of man you want to be, but like oh man, you're gonna get lost in the sauce.
I think you genuinely need to believe and get in touch with your gut as well, man. I believe like those gut feelings are real, and like maybe it's your subconscious mind or something, but I do believe that there's a voice that kind of guides you to do things, and it's like you just ignore it when bad things happen. So it's like when certain bad things happen, you can track back a decision you should have made that you didn't make. You get me? Like every bad thing that happens is like you didn't do something because you were distracted by this or distracted by that, or you chose something else. It's like decisions you have to make. So I still feel like obviously life is a journey. And we're only really just starting like
this is
life
nothing,
now,
to
bro.
be honest. Like, I'll be
You
honest.
get me?
I even forgot I graduated yesterday.
Congrats.
Congratulations, man.
Much appreciated.
Black
much
nigga with a
appreciated.
degree. We
Man,
thank
love to
God.
see
What
it,
can I
man.
say? Much appreciated. It was crazy though. Like, do you ever feel like you're existing in life as like a passenger? Like you're not even experiencing it. You're just kind of watching it from another point of view.
Yeah.
Like as I was going up the steps to get the degree, I was just like, damn, Like I wasn't really reacting to anything. I was just watching it. You know what I mean?
I get you.
And it was crazy. But I don't know. It was an interesting situation. But I feel like once you get to that stage, it's not as exciting as you assume.
Almost everything is anticlimactic.
You get me,
in
bro?
life,
Oh my days.
Everything.
It was just like, oh, okay.
Literally,
You
bro.
get me?
That's why you have to focus on things that make you happy.
Yeah.
That's me. I pick happiness over anything 100% of the time because, again, life is for living, and if you're living for other people to fulfill other people's dreams or fulfill other people's expectations and stuff like that, at the end of the day, you're gonna realize, like, at some point that you want to start living your life for yourself.
For sure.
And it's like the earlier you realize that and do things that make you feel fulfilled, the like happier I feel like you're gonna be, and the easier it is to deal with stress when you're doing what you want to do. It's true. Rather than living out somebody else's goals for you or plans or expectations and stuff like that. But yeah, I have a question to ask you boys. Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know. It could be a bit controversial.
I like controversy.
We'll
though,
see
to be
in it.
honest.
But so basically, right?
Yeah.
Does understanding the mind of a bad person make you bad?
No, doesn't. Absolutely not. Why would it? You see, the thing, I think one of my problems is I like to play the devil's advocate sometimes, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I feel like sometimes I do it in the wrong situation, especially when it comes to, like, sometimes, especially in situations where it's like, you should just take, like, if someone's coming to you with a problem, depending on what it is, you should take their side, even if you don't necessarily agree, just to, like, somewhat diffuse it. Obviously, like, I don't mean, like, picking sides is, like both of the people are beside you. Like, let's say it's, like, someone comes to you complaining about, like, what their mom done or something like that. A lot of the time, the mom might not even be in the wrong, but, like, why would she do that? Do you get me? But it's, like, I think being... The way I think, my main reason is I understand the mind of a lot of bad people. So it's like...
Why though? Why do you,
I
why
can
do you
see
understand
two
it?
sides. But to understand doesn't mean to agree.
But why? Like, what makes you?
I can see
able
why
to-
they done that. I don't know, but I would have thought that's normal. Is it not? But now I'm thinking it might not be.
Because
That's the question.
it's even for me, I find that it's kind of like reverse empathy. Because it's like empathy in terms of you can understand somebody's pain, but let's say it's a bad person. Like let's say for an example, right? Somebody kills someone, right?
Yeah.
And this is just an example. Obviously, like we don't condone killing or any of that stuff.
Unalive.
Like-
That's what they say these days.
Sorry,
Unalive.
unalive.
Yeah.
We don't condone any of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But if somebody like unalive someone, and the reason is because that person has anger issues, let's say, and if I were to say, I'm playing devil's advocate, right? If I were to say that it's not fair for them to get the same sentence as somebody who doesn't have anger issues, like, is that crazy?
I feel like it's important to understand the source of the anger as well. Like some people's upbringings could have been the worst possible place.
You see what it is, though? I don't even necessarily agree with that. Because I feel like as an adult, it's partly your responsibility to somewhat fix yourself. It's not your fault. Like, I can understand it's not your fault that certain things happen to you. But unless, like, you have, like, mental health issues, that's obviously different.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like you just have to try to fix yourself as much as possible, unless you're fine with living your life with everything that happened to you, and, like, you're just like... I feel like it comes to a stage where it's like you can't be using that as an excuse all the time. Like, but I feel like a lot of people don't even really care to fix it. But it's like, I do like, if you don't fix it, who's gonna fix it?
Exactly.
You get me? So you're just going to be doing bad things just because of bad things happen to you. Like, it's like,
And
you can't really complain because it's hypocritical. 'cause-
Obviously as well, right? It's like you can't. We're not replacing the law or the, like, judiciary system. Obviously, there's, for your crime, you do a certain amount of time, like, based on the law. But in terms of even just having that understanding, because I feel like a lot of people act like when people do bad things that, like,
anyone can't do what like bad things, if you get me. Like I feel like anyone is capable of anything. So when people are so like high and mighty, and you know, sometimes I feel like the whole cancel culture stuff is very like
so
wishy-washy.
I don't believe in cancel
It's
culture.
so dangerous.
Yeah.
It's rubbish though, because it's like, bro, most people get cancelled for like a week.
Yeah, bro.
And then by the time something else happens now, it's like,
Man, Balenciaga.
Yes, but
you get me?
Balenciaga, bro.
People are
Like,
still wearing
people
their shit.
used to, like,
I still wear their
you
shit.
get me,
So
bro?
it's
Like-
can I really talk? No.
Oh, I remember the kids thing.
yeah,
I
bro.
remember
Like,
that thing,
like man, that's undeniably weird. But like nobody really cared as much as they made it seem at the time. And it's just something I'm realizing about like the world in general. But again, like everything changes, bro. People care about different things at different times for different reasons.
Like, one thing that I did notice is like a lot of people do get cancelled, like for like people that may do like supposed crimes or so. They still get cancelled even though they were never like convicted or even like anything like that. But that doesn't necessarily mean just because they weren't convicted doesn't mean that they didn't do it. But it's like cancel culture. It can be good, but it can be bad sometimes.
Because it's punishment for even being involved or brought up in a situation, which is
especially when you have a brand. Like even if you were innocent, it's the fact that your name was in a certain conversation. It's like, I'm sorry, you can't work with you. Like it's as
I
simple
won't
as
lie,
that.
and I think that's why, like, honestly, you just need to really think about your life before you do things.
That's
bro.
why I feel like you have to play to your position and not calling, because I'm not like, yeah, I'm not even afraid to get cancelled. I think we will get cancelled eventually.
Wow, God
to be
forbid.
honest. I feel
God
like we will.
forbid. God forbid. Can
I
you
feel
see?
like
Just say you will.
I feel like we're gonna, or at least someone
We'll
is
change
going.
it to 2TT.
I feel like someone is going to try to cancel us, and I don't even think it'll be me that will get cancelled. I think it'll be Izzy.
I think it would be easy as well.
But like by the time like a bit of the censorship starts to go down, we don't really care. We're not watching our mouth anymore.
Oh my gosh,
I promise you,
Something impulsive just comes out of my mouth.
I'm not gonna edit it out, man.
Yeah,
It's true. I'm gonna leave it there.
I think sometimes though, that like.
Sometimes you need it.
Yeah, bro, because it's real. Like they're either gonna hate you or love you. Like people are gonna hate you or love you regardless.
I feel like there's two sides of cancel culture, because like there's like I use Kanye for example. Like he's been cancelled so many times and he still has a following. That doesn't mean that I'm agreeing with the stuff that he done. Like certain things, I feel like he should have stayed cancelled for or whatever. But it's like it being cancelled isn't necessarily always. Sometimes it kind of even filters your following. To be honest with you, it's like
Cuts out the dead weight, you know what I mean?
and some people might be fine with that, and some people probably even do that on purpose. To be honest with you, but I think we're gonna get cancelled one day. Or no, maybe not cancelled, but I think
somebody will complain about something.
Yeah,
some backlash.
Get me? Yeah. It might not even be anytime soon. But
and
like,
I think to me, I think that will probably make, if it does happen, God forbid, but if it happens, I feel like it will make me like crash out. Low-key,
I don't even think it'd be over something serious though. I think it's gonna be over something like perfectly logical, but it's like a lot of people don't have logic. So if they find if they find enough people that do not have logic
and
to agree with them,
come together.
Exactly.
Oh, that's enough for people to try to cancel. But do you know how many people have tried to be cancelled and it like tried to cancel people and it just doesn't work because it's like
I won't lie.
don't have enough brain cells, man.
For me, I just feel like the internet is spying us, bro.
It is for sure.
Like the way people can change their opinions, like the wind, is ridiculous. Like, or they can be like this. I
don't think that's a bad thing though.
Like,
I don't think it's right to be married to opinions though, because it's like it depends.
Yeah.
Certain things
You
is
need
like,
to have core beliefs that you stand by.
Yeah, 100%. But like certain things is like you're not always going to be who you are.
Change,
So it's like
your
boys opinions can change.
Like, do you really believe people change though? Like really, like I don't think anyone can change without God. Like I think that eventually the real person will come out.
People that aren't religious change. So
I don't know if they do. Have you been around them long enough to see, like, to answer that question? Because, bro, like, man, think about the amount of like, oh, did you hear about that? What's that guy's name? Mr. Pooty or Mr.
Is it Mr. Beast?
No, this black TikToker who he killed his like therapist or something like
What's
that.
his name? Prada.
Mr. Prada or something like that, bro. Like bro, anybody is capable of murder. You get me? So sometimes it's like, actually can't really say, oh yeah, this person has changed, or because people themselves, you change every day. I don't know. I don't even fully know the real me. You get me? I need to be in certain situations to see how I actually act.
That's why I can't voice I can't voice certain opinions because it's like, bro, like you don't know what you're going to do unless you're standing in front of something at a certain time. So it's like, for you to say, oh, I do this, I do that, why would he do that? You can only assume what he would do. You don't really know what you're going to do. So it's like, for me though, there's a lot of opinions that I'm not married to. But
I want to get your opinions on PDA. How do you man feel about PDA? In any way you take that question, Sha. But how do you guys
think
feel
it's
about
fine, man. Live your life. Don't be doing too much, especially around children and stuff.
You have to
have some decorum, but like at the same time, man, live your life, man. It's your world, innit? So just live your life. I don't disagree with it.
I knew you'd have an issue with it.
If I'm on the tube or something like that, and
Yeah,
then
on
I
like
see
certain
people
times it's like,
bro.
chewing their faces off, bro. Like I'm just like, because I know how it feels like, and that hasn't.
You
been
know how it
felt
feels
enough.
like, yeah.
I actually know. I retract that statement actually. But what's good again? Yeah, bro. Like sometimes it's just a bit too much.
I think it's jealousy.
To me, yes, definitely.
Jealousy.
It is jealousy. But
It's fine.
It
to
comes
You're
from
gonna get some.
There's nothing wrong with that though.
my marriage. She instilled this fear of it because there was one time I saw people lip sync outside my stadium, and I kept looking back.
You know, you're trying to act like you're not looking as
Bro,
well.
I looked back like 8 times, bro.
No.
So then, by the time we walked to the house, my mom locked me outside the house and said, "You should go join them, bro." And I was crying for 20 minutes outside. So from there, I feel like that's just had a, effect on my
trauma.
head.
I heard that.
Effect on my head. So,
That's understandable. I'll let you slide.
I think
Exactly.
PDA, yeah. Me personally, I kind of is uncomfortable
To watch or
to watch, and then to watch, like, and then also for me, I don't think I actually like physical touch like that much. Like to me, like, and then in public would like holding hands. And do you man hold hands? Or would you hold hands?
It depends. In the
I
summer,
don't see
like
anything wrong with it. I don't like the summer when your hands
You
start
get what I
sliding
mean,
away.
bro.
Like,
Have moist
I
hands.
have
man.
very sweaty hands, bro.
Nah, I
Why am I
heard
saying
that.
this? Why am I saying this?
I hear it, man. But
These are the D's, man.
Yeah, nah, but like for me, I don't know. When it comes to PDA or any
you
terms
just
of like,
haven't
affection,
find the right person to make it feel okay.
exactly.
I think the way I was raised, man, like my
I feel like a
mom.
lot of people are raised to not like PDA. Like if you're not, but then again, I do believe that I don't know if I said it before, but I do believe that what you weren't
Lacked.
as a child is what you
want.
you
What
chase
you
as an
want.
adult. So it's like a lot of people that the love language is like physical touch. They probably like didn't get like hugged that much growing up, or there's this and that. But it's like I feel like on the flip side, there's people that since they didn't get that growing up, they don't want it now either. 'Cause
Exactly.
they've been fine without it, so they can go longer without it.
Like,
So it's like there's two sides to it, but me personally, I don't have a problem with it.
what's you man's love language actually? Then even expanding off that.
My number one would probably be quality time,
Yeah,
definitely.
same here.
Because I don't know, anything else doesn't really like. I can't build trust with anything else really because I don't care enough about anything else. Like, so to build trust with someone, I'd say like, quality time, like talking, spending time with someone, stuff along those lines.
Yeah.
Would you say acts of service as well, though? I feel like just based upon
Maybe
just trusting people and stuff. Like if someone can be there when you need them to, or like if they do things that they don't need to do.
I don't ever give someone that position in my life.
I feel like for me it was uncomfortable because I don't like the thought of things being able to be used against me. So it's like until I'm in a position where it's like you just can't because of how much I've done, maybe, but like certain times it's just like I won't lie, like I just don't want to.
Wait, that kind of sounds a bit. So are you saying like the acts of service you do give you kind of leverage to be
It
like,
makes me feel comfortable to take things. Like for me, like for instance, like I couldn't give, like I don't like receiving gifts, but it's like if I know that I've given you bare gifts, it's like why would I feel a type of way? Like you're really just returning, or you're just showing me your gratitude, or just, but it's like I wouldn't feel comfortable taking a gift from someone that I have never given a gift to. Like, do you get me? I don't know. That's just the way that I am.
What about you? What's your
My love language is therefore quality time, but it's like it's more so receiving quality time than me giving. Of course, it's gonna be like a thing where we have quality time together, but I actually really like gift giving for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro.
So
For some reason, I don't know. I like
tricking on these
you know what's that? But like, I like the idea of brightening up someone's day. And
I hear
giving them a present, and like it has to be thoughtful as well. It's not always an expense. Do you know what I mean?
that thoughtfulness, it takes energy. You have to care.
Yeah, bro, it's worth it, bro.
But you just have to pick up
thoughtful,
on little
bro.
things while they're in front of you and remember it.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to remember things that happened months ago, what's something that you're doing it wrong. You have to actively be.
I just feel like for me, I have a limited amount of like brain space to like genuinely
write things down.
I don't care enough.
Scroll her reposts.
I won't lie.
You already know. You already know.
Nah, that's one way to do it.
I won't lie. I think for me, the reason I like quality time is because you can't hide behind anything.
Yeah.
You either get on or you don't. Do you get me?
It's true.
Acts of service, all the other things are kind of things that's like you can hide behind gift giving. You get me? You can hide behind acts of service. You're just doing stuff because you're attentive, not because you love them or you care about them.
Yeah.
But to spend time with somebody, eventually, like the more time you spend with someone, eventually, if you don't like them, it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Or if you are a certain way, like you're more likely of realizing the true colors of someone by spending time with them than by accepting gifts or physical touch or what are the other ones?
So there's physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and gift giving. I think that's the last one.
I'm very good at words of affirmation.
I'm not.
I'm terrible.
Oh yeah,
I'm
damn.
But sometimes I don't know. My mind just turns into like
It's not. It's
potatoes,
like
bro.
like it doesn't come to me naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, I think as of recently it has, but like before that, no, it hasn't.
100%,
Like I'd have to like almost think of like
about what to say.
what I'm going to say.
Oh, boys.
You be clocking me. I'm like my eyes, no eye contact.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm
sweating.
trying to
Get
get
me,
me
like-
what to say, bro.
Yeah. For me, I think it definitely comes naturally. And there's one thing about me is that if especially with like my relationship with my mom, at her 50th surprise birthday party we did for her, we were both supposed to do speeches and all, and I was trying to get out of it because I was feeling like shy and all, like I didn't really want to do it, but then on the spot, like they asked me to come up, I just came up. To this day, I can't really fully remember everything I said.
Yeah.
I remember I said enough.
Ask her, I'm sure she remembers. You know that she
I said
remembers.
enough to like, there were a few kind of like memories I talked about that were like kind of funny and like, you know, it showed what type of woman my mom was. And then everything else, it was just from a place of genuine like love that I have for my mom. And I was probably talking for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes and I didn't really like prepare anything. So when I genuinely feel something about someone, it does not come hard to me to express it. Cause
Nah, same. I do agree with that to the extent like there's times like I don't know whether if you know that you're gonna have a conversation about something and you write down things, we don't even end up using the things that you wrote down.
Oh, wait, have you ever been in like a hot fight?
Oh,
like
bro.
a hot fight where it's like, okay, somebody ends the call, wait, my mom just came in, wait 1 second, they end the call, and then you're writing notes. So you don't forget.
You're building up that Rico case, man. You know when you're pinning all the evidence,
bro, like,
you're micing everything.
You're going back to conversations that you had,
You get me?
screenshotting stuff they said. This is what you said. You circle it in red. This is where you said this.
You're building that Rico heavy.
Bro, man. Or even, I remember there used to be times where like just petty arguments, like, oh,
Petty arguments,
what does this mean? Oh, but you said this means this. I looked on Google, and you know the amount of times I've seen Google definitions because
I don't like.
X, Y, Z, bro. Nah, I think debating sometimes, yeah. Do you think it's a form of maybe like a love language? Is it like
I
quality
don't think
time
it's a form of love language, but like I feel like a lot of people only argue because they care. Like me, well, it depends. Either you're bored or you care. It's one of them.
or you care about being right?
Yes, but it depends on what it is.
That's
But it's like I'm the type of person that's like I won't argue unless like I care, unless I'm bored. But like even still, then it's like I might argue for like 5 minutes, but then I'm like I don't care anymore. Like sometimes you know
People like him piss me off. Why did you start if you can't? You
I
can't
won't lie.
finish,
I be trying to drop arguments and you know I don't care anymore. I be dropping in the middle, and it's like sometimes it's like because I cared before, but I don't care anymore. So now it's like the fact that I have to act like I care or act like I want to
I
speak
hate
about
acting
it.
like I care.
Like
It's
when
long.
I clearly don't, it's like I'll just be
know
sitting.
how I feel about it.
like,
You know how I feel about it.
so,
Come on now.
Literally, bro. I think for me, yeah, like when it gets to arguments, it's like I only continue if I think I'm right. If I'm wrong, and this is something that happened.
you're wrong though.
Yeah,
I always keep
In an
quiet.
argument, you can admit
like
that you're wrong.
I will. I
Even if
probably
it makes me look stupid.
You get
like,
me?
I don't mind.
I probably have an issue with the way I do it. I probably need to work on it. But like, if I'm wrong about something, I just accept it straight away, so it doesn't go any further.
Yeah.
But it's like when I'm right about something, like I feel like on the other side, there's more fight or more pushback.
Yeah.
So it's like it takes me more to like explain when I'm right, but then when I'm wrong, I just accept it really
You know,
quick
one
and
thing
easy.
that I was thinking about though is like some people make it hard to apologize to them. Because it's like for me, yeah, if I want to apologize to someone, I'm like, I want them to drop it instantly. But imagine like you apologize and it's like, oh, but what was I telling you? But it's like, why would I continue to apologize to you if you're just like, I feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, people need to, like, I think when you're being apologized to, you need to realize.
Calm down.
You need to realize that it's not
Balls.
easy for people to apologize.
apologize,
Like it takes a lot of balls. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's like you because in order to apologize, especially when it's genuine, like you yourself, you're admitting that what you were doing was wrong, and obviously that's not an easy feeling. So imagine now you're doing that and you're still trying to come to terms with that. Someone's like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
making it.
I'm gonna do that again, bro.
Between your legs, bro. That's embarrassing. You get me?
Get me? That would even make me change my mind. You
Yeah,
know what?
bro.
Maybe I wasn't wrong. Like, bro, I started getting a bit.
For me, I personally don't find it hard to apologize.
Maybe it's because of the people that I apologizing to.
Like-
Some of these people I have apologized to in the past, they did not make it easy.
Actually, there's even one ongoing. There's one ongoing
saga.
case. Yeah,
Hey.
I'm
I hear
supposed to
it.
apologize to someone, right? But there's two sides to every story, right? So like, I've even tried to like apologize, like try to initiate the apology, but the person's just kind of like moving. They're like kind of like you're saying, they're moving in a way that they're making it harder for me to do it. And it's like, I genuinely don't think that I did all wrong. So it's like both parties are kind of have things that they did that they might, you know, if you're really friends, you should apologize for doing certain things, you get me? But it's like, that experience just made me feel like I know how this is going to go.
But do you feel like it's wrong to, when you're apologizing, you also almost kind of say like what you're not going to apologize as well? Like when
I would never say that. Like, I would never say that in this context with like a friend or something or like that type of dynamic, because it's like,
the only problem with that is that just starts up stuff again. But sometimes I'm ready for that. I'm not going to lie.
you have to matter to me a lot for me to even do that though, because it's like, I'm not gonna try have a conversation with you about apologizing if you don't, like, that means first of all you don't rate me enough to think that you did something wrong. You think you can
People are
just
just
move anyhow.
hard-headed though. It's not even a matter of ratings. You get me?
It's not my job to make you soft-headed though. Like, if you want to be hard-headed, me, I can just be my own person.
I'm very stubborn in that regard. Like in terms of like even apologizing, for me to even get to the point of an argument, you already put me at the last resort. Do you know what I mean?
I actually can't imagine you like
I
shouting.
can't imagine me angry. Like, I am not a
arguing,
particularly
bro.
angry person or confrontational. Like I will always like try and see your trying to reason out of it. But like if it's something that you are categorically wrong for, then that was when I'll start shouting. But then if it gets to the point where I have to apologize, bro, I'm already gonna be so stubborn because I'm not usually in a position where I'm wrong. Let's be honest, bro.
I love it, bro.
Like I have to be very real with it. So like if I'm actually apologizing, bro, it really takes everything out of me. I'll even say my bad instead of I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Like, though, sometimes I feel like that's just
my
you're
bad
trying
for
to
that, my
escape
bad.
it though at the same time. Sometimes there's just something about I'm sorry. It's like
So pathetic. So pathetic to hear,
it depends on. It depends
I don't
on,
know.
it depends on what it
I
is.
find it easy, bro, because it's like,
I don't like it.
if it takes saying sorry to get back to being on good terms, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just prefer
I wish I could
sorry.
agree with you, but
my
like I'm
bad is so
finding
much
it
more
hard to.
comfortable.
I don't know, like,
Or like
'cause
apologies or my fault or like there's just
I would say, okay, if I'm being real, there's only really like two contexts where I'd say the word sorry, and like probably to my mom and then to like somebody I'm chatting to or something. Other than that, I probably wouldn't say sorry. Like,
I'd be
like
saying
my
sorry
bad, or like,
sometimes, bro.
or I apologize for if it could be perceived in any way, or if I offended you in any way. Just one general.
I'm sorry it made you feel like
You
that. Do
get
know what I
me?
mean? Like,
Them ones, bro.
I hear
I
it,
still
but
say my bad to my mom, bro. I'm very honest. That's what I do. I will do a bit of spiel. Do you know what I mean? I will say, look, I understand, you know, my point, like my part in this. I understand why you feel angry. That's my bad for that, but I will say my bad.
And I think, I kind of, I don't do it all the time, but once in a while, I think I overcompensate for like not apologizing properly by maybe acts of service, or like, I feel like the main reason I'm not a gift giving person is because my mom doesn't like gifts. Like any Christmas or even her birthday, and you try to like give her something, she's like, you should have done this with the money. You should have done. You get me? So it kind of made me prioritize like maybe acts of service and like the quality time thing, because it's like. If you can't like buy somebody's joy, it's like, okay, at least do something for them, spend time
make
with
their
them.
life easier. Do you get me?
Make their life easier. But
I feel like gifts should make your life easier though.
Should.
It should either be something you enjoy or something to make your life easier. Because like some gifts are just so pointless. I'm not going to lie. So
I feel like I'm not materialistic at all. Like I genuinely like. There's parts of me where I could empty out my bank account just to prove that I don't care about money. Like I'm genuinely, I don't really feel such a strong urge to like have items to like prove something, because I feel like you yourself should be the value that like speaks for you without necessarily having to show what you're worth, or like you get me. I feel like when your value is showy, it's like what's really like there. And you hold the
Underneath
conversation,
everything, like,
and
it's true.
your character and all those type of things.
I feel like a lot of people are airheads, but they just hide it with design and shit.
I won't lie, bro. I feel like should I say this?
Like sometimes it's not everyday band for band. Sometimes
You get
it's,
me?
let's have an intellectual conversation.
Yeah.
And a lot of man cannot.
Literally, bro.
Or they might say something that's a little bit deep, and then they'll end it with type shit. Like,
Okay,
you're not shy,
So let's say, right, like, let's say you have a daughter, right, and there's two suitors, two men that are looking to marry your daughters, right. Okay. One of them is wealthy and can provide for her, and you get me, all of that is patterned. He's kind of like an airhead a bit. He likes her though. Like,
where did he get his money from?
maybe he's. Should I say he's lig or no? Should he be lig?
I wouldn't let my dog get with someone. That's
Okay.
not
Let's say he's lig. Like he's lig, but he's from Nige. Like
yeah, okay, but how legit can you be? Like,
Nah,
how
he-
can you be? You can't be an airhead.
As far as you know, he's lig. Like as in, he's not doing anything illegal, but he's into business.
Or do
So
you,
I'm trading or
do you
something.
mean by him being an airhead, he's just kind of like substanceless? Like he doesn't really have
Yeah.
anything about him.
He doesn't have any like. He can't really show. He doesn't have depth.
Yeah,
like he
exactly.
doesn't. He's a bit shallow. Like
That can change though.
But let's
Just be giving them books or something like.
let's just say for the
For 8 laws
analogy,
of
yeah.
power or something.
I won't lie.
get
Them
me?
things kind of.
Yeah.
But let's just say for the analogy, yeah, he's an airhead, like, and he has money,
Yeah.
and he can take care of her. And then there's a guy who's like you today. There's a guy who's like you today, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, but you know how you feel when you like a girl, innit? And like that's the way the guy would be for your daughter. So what would you rather? Somebody who can give your daughter like
What's the pocket saying though in the second business?
Is it our
What's your
current
pocket saying,
though?
bro?
My,
My
you know what
pocket
it
is steady for me. But when you when you're actively
Yeah, yeah,
providing
yeah.
for someone, so it's like everything that you're doing for yourself,
Yeah.
you're doing it times 2.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing that, I would like to make twice of what I'm making right now.
so you can afford. Okay.
So I don't have to think twice about it. Right now, I don't have to think twice about what I do for myself. But obviously, like you can't like right now. You're actively making enough to provide for one person. So like obviously, you're gonna need to make changes financially to provide for 2, and plus more obviously when you have children. So it's like
Okay.
It's true.
Well,
It's true.
out of the two, based on those like facts, who would you pick in terms of who would be a better husband for your daughter, in your opinion?
I feel like there's only one answer though, or you're throwing digs at yourself.
Oh, okay.
Hey, let's
I
be
just
real.
wanted the truth.
Let's be frank.
Yeah,
let's
but
be
there's
frank,
the
right?
truth and then there's logic.
It's true. You know
So,
what I
so
mean?
I'm
what
not
would
even
you
gonna
say?
say the
I'd
truth. I'm
say,
gonna say logic.
well, me, bro. I'll be honest.
pick yourself?
I pick myself. Well, not to mind my daughter. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a person like me.
Yeah, let's
I would
clarify
want my
that.
daughter to
But-
marry someone like me. Bro.
Yeah, because if I feel, you know what I mean, like a very strong desire towards a girl, you know what I mean, like, bro, I'm gonna put that at on the top of my priorities. You know what I mean? I'm gonna accommodate everything to make sure that we work together. So even though I'm still in this stage where I'm trying to get my money together and everything like that, eventually it's gonna work out. You know what I mean? And it would be way better for my daughter to feel fulfilled and happy and have joy within her marriage than being married to this, you know what I mean, this walking just mirror, bro. He's just
Yeah,
nothing,
you
you
get
know what I
me.
mean? Nothing about him. Like, I would like for her to be happy.
Yeah, happiness.
Like, yeah, that's the main thing.
What would you say? Why are you laughing?
I'd say the same thing, innit? It's because I feel like I'm not left with a choice though.
Yeah.
But I believe that, like I said, I would want my daughter to marry someone like me. So it's like, because it's like, what kind of person are you if you wouldn't want your, like, why wouldn't you want your daughter to marry
That's
someone like
very
me?
true.
Fair
So it's
enough.
like,
I would probably say that, honestly, yeah, I would, because of the way I feel like I care when I care. Do you get me? So like, that's very important for me to know that somebody can make like my daughter feel like loved or
Valued,
feel valued and stuff that I feel like materialism can't really provide. At the same time, it would be nice to
That she has
the finer
security.
things in life,
Yeah.
I guess. But
certain things don't
That's
matter.
not everything.
When like you're
Yeah,
actually going to
exactly.
get to a stage when you realize like certain things just do not matter. Like I'd be so real, and it's also a thing where it's like I would want to like with me and my wife, I would love to set a standard.
Yeah.
So like our children would know that they should like this is what love looks like.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Rather than looking for the wrong things in love. So it's like I think like you actually it's like I feel like you're partly responsible for that.
100%.
Well, it depends, to be honest, but I feel like you're partly responsible for it.
since we're on the topic of like, lovey-dovey stuff and all, I have a question here that I wrote down, right? Or like, it's not even really a question, it's more of a topic. But basically, I wrote down, knowing you're not the only one who wants this person deeply. How does that make you feel when you know that there's somebody that you're like in cahoots with, right? Where it's like, you're not the only one who feels this way. Or do you think you're the only one who feels the way you feel about somebody that you care about? Or do you realize that maybe
At
loads
the
of other
stage,
people
I
feel
probably wasn't, but it's like, if
if you can't see my value, and if like I will give you enough for you to know that you should set me aside. If you don't, then
Wait, what do you mean set me aside?
it's like if you can't see that I'm probably better than them or better suited, and if I'm not, then I'm not. But if I am and you don't see that, then maybe I was wrong or maybe you're wrong. But it's like I don't believe in treating people like they're the only people in the world, especially when they don't treat you like you're the only person in the world. So it's like putting someone on a pedestal that wouldn't put you on a pedestal. I'm so quick to walk away. Do you get me? So it's like if they wouldn't put you on a pedestal, I wouldn't put them on a pedestal. So it's like this whole low triangle and all that, I wouldn't even put myself in that situation if I'm being honest with you.
Yes.
I've been there, bro. That's why, like, the entire convo,
That's why you're so quiet.
I was just deep in
Nah,
life, bro.
bro.
Like, one thing I've learned from those situations is genuinely just not overplaying my position.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because there is
thank
no
you.
incentive to do it.
Yeah.
You will waste more than wasting money. You will waste valuable time. Bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And energy.
Like, and energy, bro. And it's not worth it in the grand scheme of things, like at all, bro. Like me, even deep, I'm still like kind of like starstruck, or even just shook up from that question because it brought back so many memories, bro.
Because I'd say that my whole relationship or my view on like just like relationships and like the love topic and stuff is that I kind of believe that I've been watching this Married at First Sight UK thing, and with a lot of these like reality TV shows, it shows you that anybody can be with anybody. Like you can actually like meet a stranger and fall in love.
Yeah.
It's how long does the love last, and how long do you choose to love that person?
It's true.
And fight for the relationship and all those things. So with that in mind, I feel like obviously I probably would say that I'm not the only one who feels the same concept of love for someone, or like someone you care about, or you know, I wouldn't say it would be crazy that somebody else might feel a similar way. But then I also feel like, imagine you get married, and there's other like people who feel like they should have married your wife, bro.
It's such a painful thing to even deep.
Like,
Not really though. Why would that be? I feel like if you have someone that's like up there, like people probably will like someone is definitely going to feel like whoever you married is the one that got away.
Yeah.
Most likely.
but like,
I don't
what
think
I'm
there's
saying
anything wrong
is,
with that.
as in,
It's crazy for them to think that they're better suited, but it's like, I mean, people are always gonna big themselves up though, like always. So it's like just because they feel like that doesn't mean that they're right.
so do you not think like, how can they even feel like that? Like, what happened that?
It could be delusion though. They might not actually like genuinely.
But then-
one thing, like some guys are so delusional.
I won't lie.
Like,
I've
some
met a
guys are
few,
so
bro.
delusional. Like, bro, I'm even hearing situations about like certain guys are saying, "Oh yeah, I used to talk to her, but you didn't."
Yeah, I won't lie.
So it's like some people don't grow out of that as well. So it's like it's very easy for someone to apply the same brain that they're using to say that is the same brain that they're going to use to say, oh, I should have married her or not.
So then, ideally, if that's what you believe, then does that mean that whoever you marry, you're the only one who should have married them?
I want to believe that. I'd want to believe that. Like, I would want to believe that, and I pray that like the person I'm going to marry is like, we're both like 100% suited for each other.
Yeah.
Like that. That's just what I'd want to believe.
I think you man should watch the Married at First Sight. The last season of it, I don't know. Like it's really, for me, obviously, because that's the kind of field I want to go into in the future. But like, it's so eye opening to just realize that, man, like these people are literally strangers who, because they're sharing rooms together for a certain amount of time and set to do certain tasks, they like fall for each other, or they start building a relationship. It just makes me realize like you can actually be with anyone and make it work if you want and choose to.
Yeah.
So it's
You
like
have to overlook a lot of things, though. Bro.
you do.
No rush, 10 seconds, Snapchat, rewind, throwback, new pod on Instagram, better follow that, I like that, that Spotify, better add that, I like that.